A proud lady stands in New York Harbor that everyone knows. What you may not know is that in her name, a new political party was born. A party based on the word liberty. On the ballot in every state of the Union, so that if men like Thomas Jefferson were alive today, they could vote for it. And probably would. It's time you got to know the Libertarian Party.
Mr. Chairman, great state of Alaska, the land of the individual and other endangered species, has one abstention, 7 votes for Bill Huncher,
and 24 votes for Ed Clark.
This is the land where it all began. It is the time to begin again.
I've heard a little noise here today. I take it maybe you people would like to see a three-party America.
It is the time for a new beginning. America.
Libertarians are people who believe in liberty. And it may be the liberty to be free from the draft. It may be the liberty to keep more of their earnings if their taxes are too high. It may be the liberty to be freed from the whole Republican Democratic program of inflation, where they expand the deficit every year and print money to pay it and destroy everybody's earnings, and people have got some savings and they want to stop that. Or it may be somebody who thinks that the Democrats and Republicans are leading us to nuclear war, and it's the ultimate death is the ultimate destruction of liberty, and they think that the libertarian policy is more likely to preserve their liberty and preserve their lives.
Can Ed Clark and the Libertarian Party really win in November?
This isn't a horse race where you're betting on the winner. This is supposed to be an ethical statement of what you think is best for the society. What is best for you, you've got every right to consider that. And then you ought to have some consideration of what's good for society. If you think the Libertarian Party is the best, then you got to do the right things in life. You got to stand up for what you think is right, and that's what good people are all about.
Ed Clark to the American Economic Council.
My tax and spending program calls for the biggest across-the-board tax cuts in the history of the United States. I'm not trying to make the government more efficient.
My goal is not just to cut fat. It's to cut lean. It is to change the whole approach of solving social problems from a governmental approach to a voluntary private sector approach. We want to completely reorient our domestic policies away from government-imposed solutions. We want to completely reorient our military objectives away from interventionism and confrontation, and to return it to its basic goal of defense of the United States. I agree with the old saying that the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. But I don't think that the price of liberty is offensive missiles that will shuttle back and forth over half the states of Utah and Nevada. I don't think it's a massive subsidy in tens of billions of dollars of rich countries like Western Europe and Japan. And I don't think it's billion-dollar overruns. And I don't think it's huge transport planes that can't fly. I want a freer, more open, more tolerant, more prosperous America. I'm going to get away from the politics and the government control of the past. What I seek is nothing less than a rebirth of hope. The traditional feeling of Americans toward their country and their society. Hope for the rebirth of liberty.
This is the land where it all began.
Ed Clark and the Libertarian Party have only one source of funds. You. Please contribute. Call toll-free 800-331-1000.